In this video, we're going to review the SPL Iron. This is one of the most simplest compressors you will ever use, and it sounds unbelievably good. You cannot put a foot wrong with it. In the audio examples, I even try to make it sound bad, and it's impossible. It never, ever, ever sounds bad. So let's jump in, and I'll show you just how good it sounds. Now let me quickly run you through the SPL Iron. You have the threshold in the middle. This is what you're going to be using most when you're using the SPL Iron. Really simple compressor, super simple. It is basically threshold and attack and release, and then set your rectifier. So you have the threshold in the middle, you've got the attack and release, you've got below that, you've got the tube bias where you can switch between low, mid and high. You have the input and output. Now where the link in the middle is, you can switch link on, and you'll notice when I'm doing these audio examples, I'm just using the right hand side, and that's because link's on. So when you turn the threshold is turning up on the left hand side. You don't have to touch that side. So when I'm moving any of these parameters, when the link is on, that is also doing that processing to the left side. The only thing that isn't connected on the link is the input and output gains. You have to set those manually. So you have the input and output at the bottom. Over here, you've got the side chain EQs. Now, these are EQ settings. 1 and 2 are really good. I've always liked those. The rest, they're all very usable, but you'll find you use 1 and 2 most. Then you have the rectifier. Now, the rectifier is really good, especially silicon and LED. Often you'll find you'll work with silicon most, and then you'll switch between silicon and LED. They're my two favorites. And what you basically have with silicon and LED and all these different rectifiers is a different attack and release time and a little bit of different flavor. It's very subtle, but the most difference I find is between silicon and LED. That's why they're my two kind of go-to ones. Then in the middle, you have the airbase, where you can switch the airbase on. Now, one thing you don't have is this kind of mix between airbase on and off. It's either on or it's off. It'll work on 50% of tracks. It will not work on others. I would tend to leave it off, but it has got this sweet sound that when it's on and it works, it really works. You also have the tape roll off. So the airbase is basically a lift in the top and a lift in the bottom, this kind of smiley face type thing. The tape roll off is a roll off like that in the lows and highs. So kind of a little bit of an opposites to each other. Auto bypass, don't ever touch that. Auto bypass, when on, you set the intervals of when the compressor turns on and off. It's completely pointless. Best thing to do is just leave it off, never touch it again. And then in the middle, you got bypass. That is the SPL Iron, a very simple and effective compressor.